Good afternoon, students. I will teach today definite integral as a limit of a sum. Okay, it is your project also. Okay, so whatever I will give the study material, all of you write in project copy. Like that you have written in a class 10. So definite integral as a limit of a sum. Project topics 1 and project topics 2. So next time I will give you. Now just you have to write project topics 1 project. Project you have to write project definite integral. Okay, definite integral as a limit of a sum. Okay, project topics 1 definite integral as a limit of a sum, and section B, this section A topic, section B, that is using vector algebra, vector method. Okay, and find the area of the parallelogram. Next time we will discuss. And also section C, your topics most probably regression equation. Okay, I will discuss later. Now, and it will be this portion also your syllabus also. Okay, this is included project syllabus and also in your general syllabus also. Okay, section A, every year one question will get from section A, definite integral as a limit of a sum. Okay, as a limit of a sum. First of all, already discussed in previous chapter, integration, all of you know. So definite integral represents area of the curve. Okay, area of the curve. With the help of definite integral, we have to find out the area of the curve with the help of integration. And previous chapter also discussed all of the integration, indefinite integral. Here we have to discuss here definite integral, that is limit of a sum. The function is here bounded function. Okay, the function is here bounded. Here upper limit also, lower limit also is there. Okay, then how to solve and how to find the area of the curve. Okay, see, I am discussing here, and already I will give the study material. All of you, just you have to in project copy file you have to write this part. Okay, also project topics also. Now see, first I am telling you this is bounded function. Now what is bounded function? What is bounded function? Okay, say suppose I am writing f of x at a real valued function, suppose x square plus 2x plus 3. Suppose this is a function I have to consider. Okay, this function is defined, suppose 1 less or equal to x less or equal to 3. Okay, 1 less or equal to x less or equal to 3. If we put say x equal to 1 here, so f of 1 we are getting 1 plus 2 plus 3, so it will be 6. And if we put f of 3 equal to here, so 3 square plus 2 into 3 plus 3, so 9 plus 6 plus 3 will be 18. Okay, so we are getting, look at here, this value, this is upper bound, this is lower bound. In between the interval, okay, we are getting upper bound and lower bound. Sorry, this is upper bound, this is lower bound. So in definite integral, the function is bounded. That's why we are getting limit, upper limit, also lower limit. The function is, we have to solve in between the limit, two limits are there. Okay, upper limit, lower limit. So it is defined by integration, say integration a to b f of x dx. See, I am writing here integration a to b f of x dx equal to, suppose phi b minus phi a. What is phi b and phi a? I'll discuss it. Suppose I am writing, so integration, suppose 0 to 1, suppose x square dx. Already we know, see, the function is bounded in between 0 and 1. So this is lower bound, this is upper, sorry, this is lower limit, this is upper limit. Okay, so we know how to solve. See, so it will be x cube by 3, you know, all of you know, just put in 0 to 1. Here don't give constant, don't give constant, understood? Here you don't give constant. Why? See, the function is bounded. Okay, the function is bounded, that's why we will not give the limit. Okay, see, so here 1 by, you put 1, this is 1 by 3 minus 0, so 1 by 3. So area, you put all the figure, you will get the area 1/3 in between 0 to 1. So this is the curve y, suppose y equal to f of x, see, so here so the y equal to, so you can write here, this in this curve, you know, here y equal to x square, here y equal to x square, so 0 to 1, suppose this is 0 1, so that this area point out, this is 0, this is 1, so this function, this is the area. Okay, so one part is there, so 0 to 1 x cube, this part area, total part 2 into this, both are symmetrical, so it will be total area 2/3. So 0 to 1, the curve is y equal to, suppose x square. Okay, y equal to x square. So here y equal to x square. So this is 0 1. This one first find out, and 0 to 1 x square dx. Okay, 0 to 1 x square dx. So it will be x cube by 3. So 0 to 1, that is 1/3. Here that side also same. So it will be total area 2 by 3 unit square. Okay. Now this one will be integration a to b f of x dx. That means phi b minus phi a. So one theory is there. This is the fundamental theory of integral calculus. Statement, all to remember. If f(x) be single valued and continuous function in the finite closed interval ab, then there exists a new function phi x such that phi dot x equal to fx, then integration a to b f of x dx equal to phi b minus phi a. Again I am telling, if fx be single valued and continuous function in the finite closed interval ab, then there exists a new function phi x such that phi dot x equal to fx, then integration a to b fx dx equal to phi b minus phi a. Suppose see x square, so new function x cube by 3, you will get ddx of this part. See, x cube by 3 ddx, find out what is the value, that is x square, we will get this part. Okay. Now definite integral as an area. Okay, we have to prove. How to prove? See, the limiting value of definite integral is that integration a to b f of x dx equal to limit h tends to 0 h summation r equal to 0 to n minus 1 f of a plus rh. Also we can write, if we add, see, 1 h tends to 0 summation h summation r equal to 1 to n f of a plus r h. Both are equal. We have to prove both are equal. Keep in mind, limiting value, definite integral as a limit of a sum. Okay. Integration a to b f of x dx equal to limit h tends to 0 h. What is h? I'll discuss. R equal to 0 to n minus 1 f of a plus rh equal to, also you can write this part, limit h tends to 0 h r equal to 1 to n f of a plus rh. Okay, all of you remember. Now suppose, see, we have to draw the graph. See, suppose this is a function y equal to f of x. We can take also curve also. Okay, any curve. Suppose you consider this is the function y equal to f of x function. This is upper limit, lower limit. Suppose here x equal to a, this part x equal to a, so it should be always f of a. Okay, again if you write, suppose here, suppose this part x equal to b, so it should be always f of a, sorry, f of b. Okay, so this function y equal to f of x, y equal to f of x, okay, is defined in the closed interval a and b, and the given function is continuous. What is continuous function? Already discussed now. Left hand limit equal to right hand limit equal to f of a. Here, see, the function is continuous, no gap. In the graph, there is no gap. So that's why it is continuous. Now, so in this interval AB, we have to divide n numbers of sub-interval. N number of sub-interval. Okay, see, suppose here sub-interval, find out each of length, see, each of length h equal length. Okay, so total length nh, n number of sub-interval n. Okay, so total number of interval, that is length nh, so nh should be b minus a, nh should be b minus a. Okay, now we have to draw rectangle. Consider, see, here is just using, we are taking only this part, area find out. Suppose this area find out. Okay, see, here it's like that. Okay, area find out. So total area find out. Okay, say, so this is h. Look at it, this part is h. This is f of a. So area of this part. Okay, I am writing here h into f of a. Okay, and area of this part, area find out. Area h into f of a plus h. This is f of a plus h. This part is f of a plus 2h, and this part is here f of a plus 3h, like that. Okay, so this part is f of a plus n minus 1 into h up to this part. We are not taking, say, this is a blank part, we will not take it. Okay, we have not now considered. Next time we have to consider. We have not now, we have to consider. Okay, so h of f of a plus h, we can write f of a plus h. Okay, like that you can write here h f of a plus n minus 1 into h. Okay, total area of the rectangle to find out this area. Okay, only shaded part, but we are not taking little bit. See here, We are not taking this part. Okay, we are not taking this part. So area of this part, area of this part, area of this part, area of this, dot up to area of this part. Total part find out. Okay. So h f of a, h f of a plus h, all of no area length integrate up to this. Okay. Now from here we are taking common h. So here, see, I am writing h common. So f of a plus h up to f of a plus n minus 1 into h. Okay. Okay. Now this part I am writing summation form h summation r equal to 0 to n minus 1 f of a plus r h. Whatever you write, see, it is true or false. See, right or wrong. See, if you put r equal to 0, you got f of a. If you put r equal to 1, f of a plus h. Understood or not? Again I am telling. See, put r equal to 0. Okay, this part. So f of a, here f of a is there. Again r equal to 1, h, a plus h, like that, n minus 1 up to 0 to n minus 1 is there. So total area coming, so h into summation r equal to 0 to n minus 1 f of a plus r h up to this. If limit h tends to 0, the length is very closed. Here up to close, very close. Here h is the length, very close length. Okay. Here, so total will be this will be left. So total part will be limit h tends to 0. If we take limit both the sides, okay? See, I am writing here. So here, you put a limit, h is very small, h tends to 0, h r equal to 0 to n minus 1 f of a plus r h. If the limit h tends to 0, very close, h tends to 0, very small, so tends to 0, h into summation r equal to 0 to n minus 1 f of a plus r h. If the limit exists, then this limit is called definite integral as a limit of a sum. Definite integral as a limit of a sum. If the limit h tends to 0, h summation r equal to 0 to n minus 1 f of a plus r h exists, then this limit is called definite integral as a limit of a sum. So it is denoted by the symbol integration a to b. First a b is given, function is given now. Where I draw the figure. So this is a to b f of x dx equal to limit h tends to 0, h summation r equal to 0 to n minus 1 f of a plus r h. Okay. H tends to 0, h r equal to 0 to n minus 1 f of a plus r h. Okay. So listen now, when I draw the figure, this is one rectangle taken now and triangle omitted, not taken. Okay. We are not taking the triangle area. If we extend this part, same result will come. So that's why limit h tends to 0, h r equal to 0 to n minus 1 f of a plus r h equal to limit h tends to 0, h summation r equal to 1 to n f of a plus r h. 1 to n or 0 to n minus 1, both are equal, because here f of a, the given interval x equal to a and f to b, here a and b both finite. A and B both finite, and the given function is continuous is there. Okay, here, so I am writing here. Okay, that when divide the formula, you know, this one discussing. See, suppose this here I am writing here. This part, if you consider this part, say this area again, if you talk full part you are taking here also. Here also, okay. Say, so similarly we get this area, this part area, whole part. So H, f of A plus H, f of A plus 2H is like that, H, f of A plus NH. If we simplify this part, you will get similar way, limit H tends to 0, H summation R equal to 1 to N f of A plus RH. Both are same. So area of the definite integral as, okay, indicates integration A to B f of x dx. See here, geometrical significance is there. If we suppose any function I am drawing here, so total area of this part, okay. So integration A to B f of x dx, area, whole part area. You putting any curve, suppose, wait, I am writing here, suppose, see, you know, this is x-axis, suppose the straight line, this is x by A plus y by B equal to 1. So what is the area of this part? So this is A 0, this is 0B. So this in with the help of integration, all of half AB, all of you know, half of AB, this is origin. So with the help of integration, how to find? So this is the function is there, no? So we can write here bx plus ay equal to ab. So first find y or x, any other find, no problem is there. If you take, wait 1 minute, I am telling. Suppose here y is there, ay equal to ab minus bx. So y you can write ab minus bx by a. Okay. So ay equal to ab minus bx. So y equal to ab minus, yes. Now look at here. So area 0 to A, we are taking along x-axis. So along x-axis 0 to, suppose A to B, here y dx, here 0 to A, y dx. The value of 0 to A here, y value is here AB minus bx by A dx. You take, that is constant, you take A outside, AB by A, but that is B. Okay. So here is, we can write 0 to A B minus B by A of x integration dx. Okay. So you can write here, say bx minus b by a of x square by 2. So here 0 to A, you put A, this is AB, minus, if you put here A square, A cancel, AB by 2, you put 0, lower limit, so it will be all 0. So half of AB, okay, with the help of integration. Keep in mind, along x-axis, if you take area along x-axis, suppose a to b integration a to b y dx, y is the function of x. If you take area along y axis, then area will be suppose c to d x dy. Keep in mind x dy along x axis y dx and along y axis. Tell along y axis, yes, along y axis 0 to c to d suppose x dy, y axis dy keep in mind, and along x axis dx. Only these things. Okay. Okay. Then whatever today I'll discuss here today, this also in your portion also, ISC portion, also project also. Whatever study material I give, so you have to write all of you and I will check the paper. Okay, project file. You have to write, our external will come and your project copy should be neat and clean, keep in mind. Project topics you have to write, so definite integral as a limit of a sum, and whatever study material I gave, just all of you write. Okay? And next week I will give again, also vector also there, like I will take also vector also portion also there, and I will teach also. Same thing, no problem is there. Okay? Bye. No more today. Bye.